I want to give thanks to the ancestors and to the angels, to my guides and guardians, to the divine seen and unseen, to my ancient and divine spirit council and higher selves. I give thanks. Yawa. Actually here burning, what is this? This is a hippie hemp incense that I'm burning today. The reason for the burn, I'm actually coming through to you with my natures. I've been very set to kind of be in my essence, and one of those parts of my essence is actually my vessel, my nudity. Ever since young, I've been very, very comfortable in my vessel. That has caused me some doing and some undoing and some do over again. But I am learning the tether, the nature, the beauty of my vessel, and more so in its natural state. Like, I like to adorn it, yeah. Even my adorns, they tend to feel a certain way on my skin. They tend to flow a certain way with my vessel. At least in the now it does. Before, I used to be really restrained in my clothing, and it would come through in the colors and things like that. Now the Creator has set me on path, or I have always been, but so much going on today. Maybe it's the spirit side with me. I know you always often hear my birds. They tend to like to be a good part of my cast. They interact with my music quite a bit, things like that. But again, this September vibe is about the natural nature, the natural essence of, if you will. And I do see my healings continuing to encompass, nurture, and absorb that. Give it to myself, not only to myself, but back out to. We tend to shame the vessel way too much, but we tend to love it, lust, and look at it in a way that is other than it's just this divinity. Like, this vessel is here. Sensuality, or the senses, heightening of the senses, is so much more potent than sexuality. Sexuality is like the action, but the sensuality is awakening of senses, and it goes a lot further. I tend to be a very, very big adorner of touch. I love touch, and I've had the chance to experience it with other beings who've had a broaden and expand sense of its purpose, of good touch and or bad touch, and how to apply it. So this post is for the vessel. This post is for the vessel that does the work, that does the magic on this plane. This is for the release of it. This is for the expand of it. This is for the honor of it and the celebration of it. This is for the lust of it, the love of it, the beauty of it. This is for the vessel. Hope all is well in your world's vessels. Shamans, healers, those on high. I just want you to say, make sure you speak life, not only into the ethers, not only to the gods, not only to other beings that are around you, but speak life unto yourself. Speak life unto certain parts of the vessel. I went to a healing, a womb healing to be exact, with Modern Mystics. Shout out to the healers there, Kathy. Very dear to my heart. And one of the aspects that we had to do within the healing was to actually speak to the womb. lay hands on and speak to the womb, thank the womb, whatever being you are, but more so as a womb man, who brings through life through our particular vessel. We tend to go through situations in this vessel that no other being can compare to, and unfortunately, past paradigm vessels didn't really speak all the way to the connection of the vessel with the spirit and the mental, even just the mechanics that it goes through. So there tends to be a lot of energy of shame that is sometimes tied in or connected with the vessel, which we need to pull up from heavy energies and we need to heal from. But I digress back to the healing that I was at, the womb healing. One of the things that we were requested to do was to lay hands on our womb and to speak to her very endearingly. And I looked at it as an exercise. But when I actually applied the energies and the words began to come from a very authentic place from me to me. And I love that place. And that place received it. My womb received it. It received the thank yous, the gratitude for carrying me as a young woman, through my hormones, through that puberty stage. That can be a very confusing stage, a very overwhelming stage, but she was there. I thanked her through the beginning trenches of actually carrying and bearing my young stars, my children. We often compass the body, and even then we don't think it properly, but it is broken down into these very intricate, beautiful magic vessels, which we don't always reflect on properly and give proper homage. And the womb being a life source, being a God body unto itself, it was very important to see that place, to see myself in high magi, and to bring myself down to that vessel, whatever that corridor looked like, whether it was dark, whether it was golden, whether it was ruby encrusted, where it was desolate. Whatever the reflections is what was needed to let me know where I needed to go with myself, within myself. And as I continue to lay frequency, of true love, of true acknowledgement, I felt myself open up to myself. I felt myself acknowledge myself. I felt something connect that had never been done before, from the self to the self, from the soul to the vessel, from the ethers to the physical. So it is very important to acknowledge the vessel, acknowledge what it is here for, acknowledge what it has already done for you. Honor this place. A lot of people, they look at their health and they don't realize the blessing in it. You want to know, because Creator gave you a divine vessel that has carried you very long and hard. And if you haven't put in the work of exchange, of giving it proper ethers, proper air, proper love, proper foods, proper exchange, no matter the culture you were brought up on, vessel tells you what it needs. If you don't begin to listen and to tap into that and to feed, it will begin to deteriorate and break down. And we wonder where our tree of life, where our immortality, how come it forsakes us? But we do not look at what we pour into it. What have we poured into the works? What have we poured into the vessel? Ooh, excuse me. What have we given? Because I have to tell you, the aspect or what we believe that we are here for, when you find out the secrets, when you find out that it is you, when you find out that it is for the frequency and the exchange of those who are around you, who are here to heighten this vibrational plane, and that it's actually all about the shift. It's always been about the shift. It's always been about the magic. It's always been about the exotic places. Everything that we think, that we look on the outside that we're looking for, we are it. We have always been the it. So I'm going to leave you with that. Much love, much peace, family. Just want to welcome you again, High.Priestess.Places. Honor the goddess, honor the mother. Mama Natu, if you haven't been clear all this time, honor the mother, for she is the one who gives life to this plane, and she is the one we are to give homage and frequency to. Yawa, to you and your vessel.